This podcast is for professional voice teachers to answer the question, how do I grow my teaching business and even break out of that one-on-one lesson model so that I can reach and teach who I want whenever I want. I'm your host, Allie Tyler, voice teacher of over a decade and marketing and business coach for fellow voice teachers. Welcome to the Voicepreneur Podcast. Hello, lovely voice teacher. Welcome back to another episode of the Voicepreneur Podcast. Thank you as always for spending your time with me. I love talking about what we're talking about today, which is how businesses actually work online. And what I mean by that is, we kind of fall for this whole, what we see is the final product of something that has so much work in it. And you know that if you're in it, if you're making the content, if you're maybe, posting on Instagram, or you have an email newsletter, or you're just doing things that are a little bit out of the ordinary kind of one-on-one lesson standard, you know that this takes a lot of work. There is a lot that goes into making a business grow online. But it is so helpful to know how it all works, like what to be focusing on and what will actually help your business grow online. That's what we're talking about today, and I want to make this as simple as possible. So it's going to be short and sweet. All you need are 4 things. And the way that I like to think about this, if you're driving and you don't want to take notes and you want to have a visual here, and even if you're not driving, that's fine, you can just have a visual here, is that there's a front end and a back end. There is a front end of marketing and there is a back end of marketing. Now, what's really tricky is that when we are kind of in the business that we are in right now, when we are doing the thing, we are teaching the lessons, we are in it. We already have a business. And even if you don't think of yourself as a business owner quite yet, I am telling you, if you are getting paid to teach voice lessons, you are a business owner. You just got to kind of take your business a little bit more seriously here. So this is really tricky for us because we are already doing it. And so therefore we feel like we need to have this front end ready. And what I mean by front end is the thing that we see. This is the social media. This is the website. This is the email. This is anything that people can see with your marketing. This is external, right? External marketing, internal marketing, front end, back end. Same thing. So when we are already in our business and we are already teaching our voice lessons and we have our students, we automatically, of course, are going to be like, OMG, I got to make an Instagram and now I got to make a Facebook page and I got to do all these external things because I have a business apparently and I need to tell the world about it. That is great. No, truly, we want to do all those things. But it is very important that we are spending just as much time on the back end. And I actually think it would serve you really, really well to work on the back end first. And I don't know, maybe not first, but more, first/more, whatever you can do. To me, it's more important than the front end. The front end is really important, but the front end makes so much more sense when the back end is done first. Okay, what do I mean by the back end? Quite simply, your offering, your sales page, your landing page, your email funnel, the things that make it operate, the things that we don't necessarily see, but help you get conversions. So your funnels and your emails and your website pages and the buttons and the links and the checkout pages and all of that stuff. That's the back end, right? This is such important stuff to have because what else are you going to be marketing on your front end? I mean, yes, you can absolutely be promoting one-on-one lessons. Even in that regard, you still want to have a back end system. You want to have an onboarding process that is set up. So back end, there's only really 2 things that you need, just for ease of mind, for a way for you to think about this web. I know I just listed off a bunch of things, but there's really only 2 main things that you need. Number 1, a strong paid offering. So that is one-on-one lessons, that is workshops, your course, it's your main offer, whatever it is that you want to offer. The reason I say it needs to be a strong paid offer is that we want you to feel confident selling it. If you don't feel confident selling it, you don't feel like people might be interested in it, you haven't tested it, you are just kind of throwing an idea together and just seeing if it's going to work, that's not a strong paid offer. A strong paid offer means that it's strong. You feel confident selling it because you have tested it and you know that it works, and you have like people who have, shared with you the results that they've gotten from the thing. And it's not just some idea that you are throwing together, it is strong. So that's really important that you have a strong paid offer. The second thing that you want to have is a strong website / sales page / landing page. Wherever it is that people are converting, you need to have a place for them to convert. So let's talk about this real quickly. Website, that's going to have lots of different things, right? It could have your contact page. It can have all the different services that you have. It can have any of your programs or your products. It all lives on your website. That's like your main home, right? That's your store. Your sales page is specific for each offer. So if you're only offering one thing, like I was for the last year and a half, the only place that I took people was to my one and only sales page. And I had to make that thing really strong. It was like very important that one page actually got me the conversions that I needed, right? So that could be the strong page that you are taking your visitors to. And then that could also, of course, be your landing page. Landing page is slightly different than a sales page because a landing page, you're not selling anything. It's actually really for a freebie. It's for something that you are giving away for free in exchange for their email address. Wherever it is that you are starting and getting those conversions on that page, super important that it is strong. So once again, on that back end, you just need to have a strong paid offer and a strong place where people convert, such as a website, a sales page, or a landing page. On the front end of your marketing, that external part, the two things to be focusing on are email marketing and traffic, aka a following, primarily social media. That tends to be where we build our followings. And social media could be Instagram, TikTok. I'm also throwing YouTube in there. It's like really any place that has a following where you are connecting with people, right? Traffic. So let's go back to email marketing for a second. Email marketing is so important, and don't worry, we're going to be covering this a lot more in 2023, but here's what you need to know about email marketing. If you don't have an email list right now, I strongly encourage you to start getting in that mindset now. If you need some assistance, I will link inside of the show notes a specific Instagram post that will get you started. But ultimately, it is so important that you have an email list. I can't even begin to tell you. I've gotten not only so many sales from my email list, which is automated and sends out emails automatically from pre-written emails that I have written months ago, honestly, but it also gives me another safety net just in case Instagram, which is my platform that I use, decides that it's going to hijack my account, or I can't get into it, or it's just going to be gone. We don't know, right? We don't own Instagram. We have no control over what happens over there, but we can own that spreadsheet that has all those email addresses on it so that we can always stay connected with people in case anything happens. And I know this is really big because a lot of people right now are actually experiencing Instagram hacking and their accounts getting deleted, and it sucks. So you definitely want to have a plan B, and that is where email marketing comes into play. So speaking of Instagram and social media, we already have talked about how important it is to be on social media if you do want to grow and scale your teaching business. It really it just is a no-brainer. And the reason why it's a no-brainer is because it's free. It's freaking free. When I think about the fact that I have never paid for a single ad, I've never paid for a single ad for the Voicepreneur or any of the work that I have done with voice teachers. And I've made a lot, from just organic free reach. That is powerful. It still blows my mind that this is even like a thing that we can do, that we can just like have so much valuable information that we are giving and receiving at our fingertips. So social media really is an incredible place to invest your time if you want to build a following, and definitely if you want to build a quality following of people who are actually going to buy what it is that you offer. Super important to know the difference between a big following and a quality following. You don't need to have big numbers, my friend. Trust me, you do not. So that should not be something that you obsess about when it comes to your external marketing. What we are talking about when we talk about traffic and a following and using social media is just that. It's using it. It's really utilizing all of the different amazing features on the platform or the platforms that you are on. So on Instagram, are you on stories every day? Are you talking about the results of your business every day? Are you in DMs talking to people? Are you engaging? Are you building relationships and connections? Are you collaborating? Are you sharing valuable information that people can save? Because saving content, when people do that, is hugely important when you are trying to build your reach. This is the stuff that we are talking about when we are talking about building a following and building traffic, really utilizing social media. So going back to the front end here, which is what we're talking about, the external marketing, the only two things that you need to be focusing on is your email marketing and building traffic or a following using social media. So to wrap it up, the four most important things that you can be focusing on to grow your teaching business online. For the back end, there are two. For the front end, there are two. The back end, we have your strong paid offer, making sure that it is strong and that you feel really excited about selling it, and making sure that you have a strong website. And on the front end part of it, the only two things that you need to be focusing on are email marketing and traffic. The best thing about this, truly the best thing about this, is that the first two things, those back-end components, the strong paid offer and the strong website, those are things that kind of ultimately can be one and done. Like once you make them once, you don't really have to make them again. I mean, yes, this depends on your offer, of course, but that is the hard part. And then there's a reward of it being done. Like you can finish the website, you can finish the funnel, you can finish creating the program or the warm-up tracks or whatever. And then all you're focusing on is the front end, which would be the email marketing and your traffic. So yes, there is a point in your business where all four of these things are colliding at once and it feels a little crazy. And like I said in the beginning, I definitely recommend spending a little bit more time on your back end in the beginning first, because that way you can spend way more time on the front end in the long run after you've finished the back end components. I hope that makes sense. And if not, let me know. You can always shoot me a DM over on Instagram at The Voicepreneur. And of course, if you want to go deeper into this, this is exactly what we do inside of the Voicepreneur program. People ask me a lot, well, what do you do inside of the Voicepreneur program? Like, what is it that I experience? This is it. This is literally it. What we do is first we do the back end. We figure out what your paid offer is. We set up the system so that you can sell it seamlessly and automated. Like literally you never have to touch it ever again. And this includes emails, my friend, like all of the above. Anything that you're like, oh, I just want to automate it. Let's automate it. So that's what we do. We build your strong paid offer, a strong place where people are converting and doing it really easily. And then you get all of the modern marketing strategies and tips so that you can grow a quality following. And more importantly, you can grow your business. You want to take those followers and convert them into leads. And then you want to convert them into actual paying students. And I teach you all the different ways within sales psychology that you can do just that. So if you want to check that out, be sure to click the link inside of the show notes. You can always schedule a free 15-minute chat with me and we can make sure that it's the right fit for you. And don't worry, I will be honest. I'm an honest person. I'm not going to be salesy. I love just connecting with you and just hearing where you're at with your teaching business. And with that, that is a wrap. I hope that this was helpful for you, that you know what to be focusing on so that you don't feel totally clouded and overwhelmed. I know it's a crazy, weird, wacky world this online business world is. but I am always here to help you if you need any support along the way. As always, I'm so appreciative of you spending your time with me. Thank you, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week wherever you are at with your business and wherever you are at in the world. I am sending you so much love.